On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be having a look at the Batman Brave and the Bold. We're going to be looking today at the Joker. Now, I still have not warmed up to this toy line at all. The pegs really on the sides of the character's arms, I think, are really what's ruining this line. And I don't know how well these guys are really selling, but I happened to go to Toys R Us the one day, and I went through the various figures that you normally find for the Batman. Several repaints of Batman, several Batmans with armor and whatnot. The odd Aquaman, the odd I guess Green Arrow. But I always kind of said to myself, if I happen to see a Joker, I probably would end up picking it up, just for how much of a sucker I am for Joker. And lo and behold, they had one Joker on the peg. So reluctantly, I did pick it up. Now, will I be disappointed from it? I'm kind of already having a feeling I might be, but maybe once I get this guy out of the package, I might like him a little bit more. Speaking of package, let's have a look at the package, which features a really nice picture of Batman up at the top there. Looks like he's about to lay a swing on somebody. Perhaps, maybe the Joker, I don't know. And down below we've got a very nice picture of Joker. I do really like the way Joker is designed in the Brave and the Bold cartoon. A very classic looking Joker. And it reminds me of the style, at least, of this Joker. Of course, it is from the more Golden Age comics, but the design of Joker still reminds me also of the 90s animated series of Batman. In that one episode, I think it was Legends of the Dark Knight. Was it just Legends of the Dark Knight, where the three kids are telling different stories of Batman? And the one episode where Batman and Robin are in a... here goes my memory. I think it was like an instrument museum, and Batman and Robin are fighting the Joker, and I think Joker's on a piano. A really large piano. Seems to ring a bell, but the design is very similar, and I really, really like the look of the Joker. Down below it says the Joker, snap and attack. I really don't know who came up with this idea. On the back, speaking of the idea, collect and combine for battle. You can see their different characters here. Batman, Green Arrow, got another Batman, and looks to be like a little pod or something. And the idea is you can take the different various accessories, and I don't know why you would want to, but you can snap all of them onto the Joker. Not really improving the figure, almost making him a little more silly, but you can certainly do that if you so wish. Nice picture up at the top here of the other characters. We got Plastic Man. What else we got? We got Green Arrow, Aquaman, and finally the modern Blue Beetle. Outrageous! But that's packaging on the Joker. What we'll do is we'll get this opened up, and I've got my fingers crossed. I'm hoping I'm going to like this figure. But what we'll do is we'll get this opened up, and we will have a better look at the Joker. Stay tuned. And talking about the pegs earlier, as you can see, there's all these little peg holes at the side of Joker's arms. Nothing in the legs, but he's also got a big mammoth-sized peg hole in his back as well. And the idea is you can take the one accessory that Joker comes with, which on his own would have been pretty cool. It's a pop gun or a little pistol of sorts. And here we go. You can actually peg it into his arm. You know, if you want to stick the gun into Joker's arm. You can also stick it into his shoulder. If you want to give him like a pop gun, cap gun kind of shoulder cannon, I don't know. You can also peg it into his back, which I guess if you want to pretend Joker's concealing it from the Batman, you can do that. It's interesting with these pegs because they're not actually straight holes. They're more like, well, they're hexagons. So even though you can put it in, you can't actually rotate it. It's just pretty much set in place. One thing that's nice is at least you can have him holding the gun too, like so. He has actually the similar peg on the side of his. This is so silly. He has the same peg, same hexagon peg on the handle, so you can actually plug it in the same way as well. It's still looking silly. So now we'll get the gimmick out of the way. The gun is nice. I actually like the gun. I don't like the fact it's got this little peg, and I really don't like the fact that the Batman figures all seem to have these peg holes. I really didn't like it with the Batman figure that I reviewed, and as much as I like the Joker, I really don't like it on the Joker either. And gun aside, let's actually have a look at the Joker. It's actually not bad Joker. I find the face coloring is a little off, though. It's not as good as it could be. The face actually is more of a greenish white, if the camera is actually picking that up. It's not actually a straight white, which actually takes away from the character, from the figure itself. This really should have been a straight white, instead of going with this weird... It's funny, between this and the DC Universe Harlequin, instead of going with the obvious whites, which they should have, instead they decide, no, we'll go off course and we'll give them a different coloring. And in Joker's case, we get more of a greenish white, and with the Harlequin, we get more of a bluish white. They really should have just stuck with white. The Joker's hair isn't bad, as you can see. It kind of looks more like horns than really hair. The hair really should have been black. I mean, I'm being mean. I'm really dissecting this figure to death, but the hair really should have been black, and I think would have made the figure look a little nicer. But I do like the smile. I think the mold on the smile, this area right here, I think works really well. But they really dropped the ball on, I think, the fact that they didn't make the face white, just a straight white. You can see he's sporting his ever-present purple trench coat with a soft plastic, as you can see. With his purple suit, a green shirt underneath, and they've even got his flower in there too, the squirting flower. In the way of his articulation, he can move his head left and right. He can turn it all the way around as well, but I wouldn't advise it because that would kill the Joker. He has a ball joint, well, not really a ball joint, it's just a swivel joint, elbow, shoulder, and then the wrists. While it looked like the wrists could move, they actually don't. They look like they just are set in place. Nope, doesn't look like they can move. The legs do move as well. No articulation in the knees, no real articulation in the feet. It's a very basic and design figure. Now, having now opened the figure, having now reviewed it for everybody out here, what do I think of the figure? I like the Joker, so I think I'm going to go a little easier on it than probably what I should. It's not a fantastic figure, though. I really am not warming up. I thought maybe getting this guy, might have warmed up a little bit more to the line, but it doesn't really look to me like the line has sold me. Growing up in the 80s, we would have had Centurions. If anyone remembers Centurions, I had the same idea. You could plug it in. That I can justify because the cartoon, the whole idea of the cartoon is that they had snap-on armor. The Brave and the Bold figures, on the other hand, I saw no reason why they need to put these holes in. Why couldn't they have just released regular figures? It's like giving somebody ice cream and then dumping a bag of garbage on it. Yeah, there's good ice cream underneath, but no one's going to get to it because all they're looking at is the bag of garbage. So, for anyone listening, anyone who has pull, just take it from this guy's opinion. Just get rid of these peg holes. They're just so useless. Maybe they're better for kids. I don't know. But for an adult collector, which I know these aren't geared towards, but from this guy's personal opinion, I think just the peg holes kind of ruin it. Face is good, but aside from that, bit disappointing. This figure I'm gonna give a 5 too, just because I like Joker. You're getting away a lot more You're getting away easy on this one, buddy. I'm going to give him, though, a 5. Today's toy spot, we were looking at the Batman Brave and the Bold Joker. You know what, we'll just put his cap gun in his pop gun, cap gun in his hand. Yep, today we were looking at the Brave and the Bold Joker. If it's your thing and you like Brave and the Bold, it's a nice Joker. If you don't like Brave and the Bold because of these peg holes, I don't know what character is going to ever sell you on it. Clearly Joker really didn't sell it for me, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Later!